We sell product all over the world, and there is one particular trait, one attitude that is uniquely American. And that is this can-do attitude and this ingenuity, and it is purely amazing. So, what does an American manufacturing company do when the forging company can't provide square blocks? Well, the answer is simple. They buy round blocks and send them to a steel processor like us here and have us cut them into square blocks. To help me go through the process of this, I'm going to bring in the plant manager here at Houston Metal Sawing, Austin Zimmerman, and he's going to walk you through the cutting process, and it's really quite amazing, so stick around and watch to the end of the video. You'll be pretty impressed with what you see.
Hi, I'm Austin Zimmerman, plant manager here at Houston Metal Sawing. So a little while ago, we've got this oil field project that we're about to tackle, and I kind of want to show you a little bit about what we do here at Houston Metal Sawing. So this job consists of taking some 16, 14, and 13.5-inch rounds that are varying from 20 to 24 foot long. Now it's crazy, these bars can weigh anywhere from 16 to about 30,000 pounds. They come in on an 18-wheeler, we'll unload them by forklift or crane, and we'll stage them outside before we get ready to loaf them off into the desired cut length. Once we get them on our 40 or our 60-inch hem saw, we'll go ahead and start cutting them to length. And after that length cut process, we'll stand them up vertical, we'll chuck them in the vise, and then we'll start squaring them up so we can start making our square blocks. One of the tools that we're going to be utilizing to help us out with this project is going to be the Q701 from Sawblade.com. You know, I can't talk highly enough about the Q701. You know, it really bridges the gap between the 601 and the 1002 carbide blade. And just like you, just like us, you know, we're all trying to cut a profit. And so, you know, some people might ask me, you know, Austin, why wouldn't you throw carbide on the saw? Well, you know, it's a 4130 material. It's not super hard. I don't really want to change the whole blade a whole bunch with a normal Q601 regular bimetal blade. So we chose the right in the middle with the Q701. It gives us great production times. It's got a really rugged tooth, so it's going to be able to shave right through that material, give us an accurate cut, all at an economical price. So to go in a little bit more about the blocks, when we stand them up vertical, you know, not only do we have to be accurate to make sure that that 10 3/4 or 9.5-inch square comes out perfectly, they have to be done quick. You know, these are really great customers of ours, and we're really trying to get them out on time, accurately. Before the blade even enters the material, that part is checked, QC'd from top to bottom. So we're checking it 3, maybe even 4 times throughout the cut to make sure that we're giving the best accurate cut as possible, and even post-cut. And one of the best things to check while the material is being processed is the chip. Not a lot of people think about it, but chips are actually a direct indication of how well that material is being processed. Anything from being a really dark brown or even a blue is a good indication that you're either cutting way too fast or your blade's getting dull. A real wiry or hairy chip, probably not enough feed pressure. What you want to see is a good, healthy curlicue that's not too tight, and that is a good indication of a perfect cut. And there's 3 very important variables that we adjust constantly to make sure that we're getting the best cutting possible. And that is your downfeed rate, your downfeed pressure, and your blade speed. All these 3 come into effect to create the perfect cut. You know, we might adjust that blade speed back and forth just to make sure that when we're honing that blade in, the cut's as square as possible. And you know, once we stand that part up vertical, we got 4 cuts to make. Each cut or index takes us about 45 minutes. So once we make that first initial cut, we'll pull that block out, pick it up with our 2-ton magnet, spin it, and you'll have a nice flush side against the vise. That way you can square up perfectly on the next cut. And with 4 cuts, we're about able to put out about 1 part every 4 to 5 hours. So that gives us about a good 2 to 3 parts per day. And of course, speed is a big concern of ours, but quality is the biggest. After every part gets pulled off, they are heavily QC'd, making sure that every corner and square and there are definitely within tolerance. You know, not only do these parts have to be cut square and accurate, they have to be done quick. You know, this is a great customer of ours, and I know it adds to the whole complexity of it, but we like to get the job done on a timely manner and cut right. You know, one of the neat things about working here at Houston Metal Sawing, you really never know what's going to come through the door. And you never really know what those parts are going to turn into. But I do know one thing, that American manufacturing, it starts right here.